Mahindra first launched the XUV 500 in September 2011, it managed to create an almost cult-like following for the vehicle. But some of that shine wore off in 2014 after Mahindra had already sold 100,000 of them. And so it was time for something new with the XUV. So this, folks, is the XUV with a makeover. The new XUV 500 luckily looks new as well. You can see that it's a completely different face up front, and especially the way that the hood now rises on the two sides. It's got a nice muscle that's been added into it, almost like haunches right up front. It does add a lot of character to the car. When you're sitting inside and driving it, you get a sense of that hood as well, which gives you a sense of power, which is nice. In front, now again, it can be argued that some of this has been overstyled, especially the housing for the fog lamp. Too much chrome perhaps, but the use of the black grille and the way that the headlamp cluster has now been finished with that integrated LED light in it is actually quite smartly done. Now that LED light, once again, is not daytime running. It's just a parking light element like the old XUV and also like the new Scorpio, which is kind of strange because you'd like that to be just a DRL. It's such a great signature to have, and Mahindra could have benefited from that. So perhaps with the next generation is when we will get that also. It is certainly a facelift in the cosmetic sense, but right up front, let me tell you the good news. It is also an upgrade on the mechanical side. The car had certain glaring chinks in its armor, which have been addressed for the most part anyway. Now, the car definitely drives better than before, and I mean that in terms of both the work that's been done on the suspension as well as on the engine itself, because on the suspension you do definitely have a better sense of a ride comfort, and the cornering, high-speed cornering, especially the way the vehicle maintains its stability now, the reduced roll, very evident as well. On the engine side, the smoothness of performance is, I think, what instantly hits you, and yes, again, it's a tangible change, so you get a sense of it as soon as you get into the car. And you know, especially when you're in higher gears and you're trying to sort of coast along and you want that little extra burst of power without downshifting, the car gives you that now. It does it in a nice linear fashion as well, which is very satisfying compared to what you had earlier. The vehicle's ESP, or Electronic Stability Program, that's supplied by Bosch, has been upgraded and now offers more precise cornering and better lane keeping capability at high speeds. The car also has brake energy regeneration that feeds power to the battery. The engine output numbers remain unchanged, so you still get 140 horses and 330 Nm of torque. Mileage though is up from 15 to 16 km per litre. There is now an all-new W10 variant on the car. This has a sunroof and 17-inch alloy wheels, a start-stop button, and the infotainment touchscreen has grown an inch to 7 inches. The interior lighting theme is now blue, unlike the earlier red. There is also a reverse camera thrown in besides the earlier parking sensors. The maps on the navigation have also been updated according to Mahindra. Aluminium finish pedals and an electrically adjustable power seat for the driver round things off. Inside, Mahindra says the grade of plastic and materials used remains the same, yet I got a sense of much better finish and quality, and that's simply because the dash now does away with the pronounced wood grain texture and is now simply textured. The color pattern is also more sophisticated. Mahindra has tried very hard to keep prices for the XUV 500 largely unchanged, and even the new W10 variant is priced pretty well, with only the all-wheel drive variant breaching 15 lakh rupees. I would have liked to see Mahindra offer an automatic variant right from word go on the upgrade. That is a miss, because there is potential there to capture a growing demand for an auto box in this space. But Mahindra engineers I spoke to promised me that a modern and capable automatic gearbox is coming our way very soon. I expect that variant to debut around the festive season.